Hey, and welcome back to the channel. Sorry it's been a while. We're going to do a little over a year review on the Wrangler 4XE here. Alright, so we're going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and the probably foreseeable future for this particular car. So let's talk about the good. The good on it is it's honestly, it's honestly a pretty okay car. And this is going to be kind of contradicting itself, but here we go. It's good. I've been driving it every day. I've gone about 3 weeks on tank of gas. My commute is about 30 miles a day, give or take. So it definitely gets its fuel mileage both on the electricity and on the gas on a day-to-day basis, which is fantastic. You cannot buy a vehicle minus electric that's going to give you that that I know of. I can't do that. I couldn't do that commute in the Equinox for 3 weeks straight. I couldn't do it in the Subaru, which I feel gets obviously way better fuel economy on gas. So it gets really good gas mileage. The other thing I absolutely love about it, it's versatile. OMG. Recently, our oldest son has moved out, and is on to after high school activities, which we're happy for. And we told him, hey, box up all your stuff. We're going to take it and put it in a storage unit. Okay. Well, I used the Jeep for it all. I got boxes, I moved beds, I moved a dresser, all that stuff. I used the Jeep. I didn't even use the pickup truck at all. So it was very versatile. Yeah, we had to do in 3 trips. Okay, fine, whatever. But it did it just fine without an issue. We've towed with it. Tow's great. Taking the top off in the summertime is definitely fun. But yeah, it's very quiet. We do have a Ford Bronco that we recently just acquired, and I can tell the difference between them both. Granted, this is a solid front axle, and the Bronco's is a IFS. The solid front axle, and because this thing has street tires on it, it makes for a really decent ride. It's actually a very pleasant ride, actually, for a vehicle, for a, quote unquote off-roader. But other than that, it's a good little car, and if you have the commute for this, it's an ideal car for you. It's very, very ideal. And the parts for it are plentiful. They're cheap. You can do a lot with it. It is a little on the heavy side. So, like, if you have a motorhome and you're looking to tow it, I weighed it the other day with myself inside the car. It was 5,420 pounds. So, 5,420. Yeah, 5,420 is what it weighed. With me inside the car and with just a hair under a half a tank of fuel. So you can take me out of it. I'm about 205 pounds, give or take. And then you add some fuel. So if we just round up to say 5,300 pounds, it is a little heavy. I will give it that. But it does control itself really well. Around here, we've had some weather. I've had it in 2-wheel drive the whole time, rear-wheel drive, whatever you want to call it, and it's been fine. It's been fun, actually. Let's go to the bad. The bad is we've had nothing but problems with the infotainment system. Whether that's, and that's just on this particular one. I don't know if that's on them all, but that's the one that we've had problems with. It's very annoying when you're driving and it just goes to black, or you go in the back out of the garage and you're like, what the heck? Can't really, and it's like that. Or you're pulling into the garage and the screen's not working, or whatever, especially pulling in, because I use the backup camera to see where I'm located at when I'm pulling the garage, so I don't hit anything up front or whatever the case is. So that is a very big issue that I cannot figure out. It's been up to the shop 6 different times. They can't figure it out. That is a huge negative. Um, Obviously, when it runs on gas, it does get horrible gas mileage, and it's got a very small tank. Very honest with you, compared to the Bronco, this thing's got a tank that's like should be on a motorcycle. It seems like it's that small, but I guess it is what it is. So I mean, that's been the biggest complaint that we've had with this car is that, and it has broke down on me one time to where I had to push it off the road. Uh, that was less than ideal, but I couldn't figure anything out. Um, so the upcoming for this, unfortunately, is I have started the buyback process for Stellantis. Um, it's not the fact that I don't like the car. It's not the fact that I like the Bronco more, whatever the case is. It's just having the same issues. And I don't want it to be something that where I get to the end of my lease and my lease says, hey, we'll do this for you if you keep the car, to where it makes it, where it seems like it's better financially to keep it or to have to go restart over again, etc. So I have started it. I don't know what the outcome is going to be. I mean, they might just say, yep, go ahead and return it. You've taken it up there 6 times. It has happened. That radio thing happened just the other day. And the only way to do it is you got to turn the car off, open the door, close the door, turn the car back on, see if it does it. If not, you got to repeat the process. And you're just like, you kind of look like an idiot. If I could be honest, or look like a goofball. You're sitting there in the Walmart parking lot or wherever, and you're opening and closing your door. You kind of look like a ding dong, say the least. So yeah, but no, that's unfortunately it is, and I'm only doing that to protect our future with the car, and everything else. It sucks. I really do enjoy it. I think it's great. I think it's the greatest car. I think it's one of the greatest cars in the world. But if it's not going to work, then I'm not going to keep forking out the money for it to happen, or just take it to the shop, and the shops will say, well, we couldn't get it to do it. Well, I told you, it's very sporadic. So, or the other thing is could be happening is it could be it could be updating on the fly, which is I get, and it's done that before, but it gives you a warning. It says, hey, do not turn off the car, or whatever the case is, we're updating. It'll say it on the infotainment system. Fantastic. It doesn't ever do that, so you're just like, you never know what's going on. Ford offers, like, it will sit there, it sent me a message telling me, hey, your car needs to update. All right, cool. I wish Jeep would do the same thing. You can look up the values on these cars, and obviously with today's technology, so that a 4xe Jeep Wrangler is just about. I think this one was at the sticker on it was 55. I want to say 55.7. So that's a lot of money to have those kind of problems. The Bronco was about the same price, and hands down, the Bronco is so much better in the way that it has its technology and how everything else is, that it just makes the Jeep have that. Yeah, okay, granted, in the Bronco you have a regular gas engine, to where this you have both a hybrid and the gas, which adds quite a bit of money to whatever it is that you're trying to do, but it is what it is. So, unfortunately, I love it. Well, not unfortunately, but fortunately enough, I love it. And unfortunately, it just has so many that's a big issue, and I just don't know how much more I want to deal with it. And then on top of that, I will add, I am very fortunate to have this. So it's not like I'm ungrateful that, oh, my car has this, blah, 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 blah. No, it's just, it's frustrating. You spend that kind of money, and this is a, very expensive car, automobile, whatever you want to call it, and you don't expect that. You know, my 97 Dodge truck, I would expect problems from. But a brand new car that's got 9,000 miles on, it should only be in the shop for oil changes. Straight out. It shouldn't be in there for a stupid radio problem. I mean, that's dumb. So, but like I said, we're back to the channel. Just kind of wanted to update. I'll do one on the Bronco. Bronco's definitely a way cooler car, way nicer for, prices. Everything's held up pretty well on it. Like I said, we've done some stuff to it. You can see we added the visors and the step, and we put a hitch on there, and I have towed with it. We did get the Jeep. Oh, look at me. Cracked windshield here, which kind of sucks, but I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, it's held up well. It's done what I wanted it to do. I'm really frustrated about the radio. I'm hoping when Chrysler gets back to me, they just say, hey, we apologize, this doesn't happen. They make millions of cars, hundreds of thousands of cars, whatever it is. And unfortunately, there's not every single one is going to be perfect. So then I cannot blame the manufacturer, because the manufacturer produces so much that you're going to have one that's going to have an issue. It's just the way it's going to happen. That's the way the cars have unfolded. So, with the radio having the backup camera, which is a mandated safety feature that's past like 2018, something like that. So, unfortunately, it qualifies for it. And it's just like, well, I mean, what more can I do? But, anyways, it's been a long time since we've uploaded. We've just been busy. I've been busy at work. Unfortunately, I did get hurt at work. I'd been off for a little while, kind of, had my arm. Anywho's, and yeah, just been whatever. But here's a little update. That's the 4XE. I wish it was everything I would have thought it was going to be, but it's not. And it is what it is. But yeah. Anyways, take care, SUV life.